This is your lucky day. You're going to learn golf from Swing Along with Mitch. Hi, I'm Mitch Blake, and I'm the golf instructor at Old Dutch Mill Golf Course. And we're going to start a segment of golf instruction called Swing Along with Mitch. And today we're going to talk about the grip. And people, they don't understand how to hold a club and why it's so complicated, and it's really not that complicated. It's as easy as picking up a suitcase or a purse. We just have our fingers and we pick it up, and then we put our thumb on it. And we take the right hand, slide it down, and the only reason God gave you this crack in the right hand is to hide this thumb. So we bring this down, hides that thumb, and we can overlap, baseball grip, or interlock. So, baseball, interlock, overlap one finger. And then how do you know it's on there right? How do you know it's in relationship to the squareness of the club? So what you do, you hold it out with your left arm if you're right-handed, and you make the leading edge straight up and down. That's this edge right here. And then you rotate your forearm. And if it gets level to the ground, your hand is on there correctly. If it's not, it's like a clock. I can turn my hand to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. That's starting to get really uncomfortable. So I recommend either straight down the shaft, 1 o'clock, you hold it up, you rotate it, that gets level to the ground comfortably. You have a nice release in golf, which is that club would look like that, which by the way is opposite my spine. When it's back here, it looks just like my spine. It's angled just like this. Once you got your hands on the club correctly, swing just flows. Hi, I'm Mitch Blake, golf instructor at Old Dutch Mill, and we're moving into the second segment of Swing Along with Mitch. And we're going to talk about stance and posture, which I know is totally boring, but it always comes back to fundamentals. I've taught a lot of sports, and fundamentals, you always go back to fundamentals. So we talked about the grip. Now we got to get in a stance to actually hit a ball. And I played a lot of other sports. I played football, basketball, and football I played at Warren Western Reserve, and I quit playing at sophomore because they were really big. Okay, so when I started playing golf, after playing football and basketball, I realized I was looking around to see if somebody was going to hit me. So I was in a good posture, and then I realized nobody's going to do that. And some of you look like somebody could just knock you over. So you get up like you're going to scare somebody. You feel really good about, I'm going to hit something, and I'm not going to worry about Big Joe coming to take my head off. So posture is we actually bend from the hip sockets like this. And if you'd ever just do that, just jump like you're going to scare somebody, you actually look like you're in good position to hit a ball. So come on, man. Don't squat. And don't lean way out here, because if I was throwing something that weighed about 500 pounds, there's no way I could keep my balance doing that. So good balance, and just bend at the hip sockets and let the club lay right on the ground. I think you could do that. I'm Mitch Blake, and this is segment 3 on Swing Along with Mitch. And we talked about the grip, and we talked about stance and posture. So we have the grip right, good balanced posture, and now we don't want to look like a robot. We don't want to look like this is the first time we ever did this. So what I call this is we actually make a whoosh sound with the club. So when I'm in good posture and I swing, and I hope you can hear that whoosh, that's freedom. And I don't know of any athlete that does anything mechanically. And you usually go in steps of you want to learn golf, and through that knowledge you get a little mechanical. Then you take the mechanics, and then you try to get comfortable with the mechanics. Then once you're comfortable with the mechanics and you actually start seeing good results, you get confident. Then once you're confident, you have more freedom, And then the last step is zone, and I've only been in probably 3 zones in my lifetime, and it's a beautiful thing, and I liken it to the feeling I liken to the birth of my first child, which my wife absolutely hates when I say that. But to have this freedom and just let it flow and know where the ball is going is a beautiful thing. So make a whoosh, take this back, whoosh it, and then you become a member of the Make a Whoosh Foundation. That's a joke. Welcome back to Swing Along with Mitch, and this is segment 4, and we're going to talk about swing playing, and it's probably the most misunderstood thing in golf. And if you were actually walking and one foot headed in front of the other and you do that comfortably, your legs are swinging on plane, and it's not that complicated. All swing playing is, whatever you're swinging is in a line to hit whatever you're swinging at. And the best way to describe that is if you ever went to the zoo and saw a monkey and he was swinging his arm like this, that arm is tending to go straight back as I'm turning. And if he wanted to put a little extra into that, he's in good posture, by the way, that we talked about earlier, he would swing that and then the arm would come around. So I call this out and around. And all that's actually happening is I'm turning my shoulders and my arm is swinging freely. A lot of you get caught up in this straight left arm thing that you've read so much about. But if it's swinging freely, it is straight. So it swings out and comes around. And if anybody ever asks me, how you doing, Mitch? I always say, out and around. I'm out and around. So out means if I was against the wall and I start turning my shoulder, I wouldn't be able to turn it because this is against the wall. So I call that out. Let me show you what I mean by that. Some of you pull it in and up. It goes out and around. So I just keep turning my shoulders. Out, round, hit. One more because I really didn't like that one. Out, round, hit. The freedom of the whoosh. Good stance, good grip, swing playing. Come on, man. We talk about the hit of golf. You do one of 3 things with a golf club. You have this 3/4 edge on the bottom of your club. Mine has a little rug burn on it from hitting indoors here. But that's called bounce. It's called bounce because it's supposed to bounce. Come on, man. And the reason we actually want to find the ground is because the ball is where? On the ground. So if the ball is on the ground, I take it back and I spank the ground. It's the only way to hit a ball. Come on, man.